Hey everyone, welcome if this is your first time here. My name is April. This is the Frugal Planner channel. If this was a return trip for you, welcome back. That was a little exaggerated. I am in my spiral notebook and I wanted to show you another layout, one that I have done before in the past that I've really enjoyed. Oh, as I yawn, that I thought you also might enjoy. But I need to bring up my calendar really quick because that is what we're going to be doing. This is a Monday start, which for the month of June isn't the greatest, but we're going to work with it. I am going to take the yellow Crayola Super Tip marker and I am just going to do dots in the corners of all of these boxes. I do need to see though. Bum, bum, bum. How is your week so far? How's everything been going? So far so good, I hope. Knocking at my front door. So 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and then I'm gonna do it this way and then do one here. So let me do that really quick. Grab a ruler and I'm just gonna go, whoops, corner to corner. This is my Uniball 1. It's a 0.5. So there we have our month. I may as well just keep that out because I am also going to go in and put in my numbers. All right, so that takes care of the numbers. Let's go up here at the top and let's put it on this side. And let's write June, not July. Can you hear my heater? No joke. It has been so cold today. I think our high is supposed to be 71. It is nowhere near 71 right now. June. Okay, and then if we wanted to, I just simply put MT WTF, haha, that's the first time I've realized that, and then S&S for Saturday and Sunday. That is hilarious. I did go through and Dutch door this bottom portion of the planner. I've got my goals up here and then meals times 2. So I'm going to pick out, I think there's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 meals that I want to cook for the month. I'm going to put those in there. My eyes are itching like crazy. I've got allergies like nobody's business. Before moving to the Willamette Valley, I never ever had allergies to anything. I grew up, my grandparents had horses, they had alfalfa, they had grass and gardens and all the things. Never have I ever had allergies until I moved here. Well, not right away. It's been about 10 years of living here and they just get exponentially more cumbersome each year. Last year they didn't go away. Like I had winter allergies. What is that? It's not the most pleasant thing. So as far as monthly goals, I just made up 3. Meals go here. And then in this bottom section goes dailies. Now, you have a couple options for this too. If you don't want to do dailies, you could do less cut paper and do weeklies. You would just have a tiny bit of room. It wouldn't be a lot of room. So I have done that before, where I've only had weeklies on this section, and then you turn it over and you have the next week. So you only have 4 or 5 pages that are cut. I did this so that I would have each day of the month. So this is a lot of space. It looks like a lot of space. I don't know that it's really a lot of space. So what I'm going to do is up here, I am going to go in and I'm just going to do 1. And then I'm going to do 2. And then I am going to write Sunday. Monday. Now, if you wanted to add a little bit more to it, you absolutely could. You could take your pen, outline these numbers, give them a little pop. You can totally do that. And then as far as the dailies go, I was going to split this kind of like a horizontal layout. Obviously, it's a horizontal layout. So I was going to do my infamous timing. So if I come down here and I say I want to do a line here, how many hours would that give me? 4 to 6, 6 to 8, 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 2 does not give me enough. I'm going to forego that. I thought I wanted to do that, but no, I don't think I do. I don't think I do at all. So I'm going to leave that as is. I mean, I'm not going to draw additional lines in here. The only thing I will tell you about doing 30 Dutch doors in your spiral notebook is it does create this much of padding when you're writing on it. So there is a little bit of a lip or a ledge up on this part because there's more paper down here. If that's something that bothers you, I think maybe having a weekly Dutch door system would be more beneficial because then you're not cutting as much paper. So if we're looking at this portion down here, it's not very big. So I am going to draw my weather. .88 and 64 Fahrenheit, got that down. And then I could draw the line here if I wanted to, or I could just take my pink marker and I could do some classic little lines there, something fun. You don't have to use marker either. If you don't have the Crayola Super Tips or you don't have any markers, you don't have to use markers. You don't have to do the dots in there. It's just a little something extra. I know a lot of times when I plan, I want my planner to look pretty so that I go back to it. Part of that is using, markers or lettering, things that are, a little bit more fancy, but still frugal. Frugal fancy. I'm just going to outline these. If you can hear that rumble, our neighbors are outside haying. They're baling hay across the lane. So you may hear that as I'm filming. I apologize, but their show must go on. All right. So then I will go in here and I will fill in things that I know I want to get done. So I'm going to put, this is going to be the column that I do my check boxes. And if you don't have as many things to check off, you can do less. That's totally fine. So first thing in the morning when I get up, I have my coffee and do my journaling. And then I will check my social media and answer comments on both channels. So I have 3 channels on YouTube. This one, and then Plan with April, and then Pacific Northwest Pen Pals, where I decorate envelopes and I make washi cards on that one. It's a lot of fun. It is a ton of fun. So I'll check the comments on all of those, and then Instagram, which I have to tell you, my Instagram, the Frugal Planner channel, has been getting lots of new members. So if you are one of the new subscribers, followers, I don't know. Thank you. I appreciate you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. What else? Oh, emails, check email. Plan. Film, edit, upload. I talked to Wes last week before he left for Canada and asked him if he wanted to help edit for me again, because I'm filming every day now, every morning or every night, and trying to get a video up has been a challenge to try to get them edited before I have to go to work in the morning. So, and then when I get home at night, I just want to spend time with Wes. I'm pretty selfish with my nighttime. I just want to hang out with him. So once I get home from work, I don't want to come back to the office and do, I don't want to say work, because I don't consider this to be work, but I know you know what I mean. So I need to work on that. I've got a couple that I know probably will go down there. And then in this calendar up here, I am going to put in here, I thought about using washi tape, but I did that in the month setup, so I don't want to repeat something that I've already done. But I do know I'm going to go right in between here. I'm going to take my marker. I am going to there's the heater again. And then we leave here. Here. We have a hair. Did you ever get hair caught in your ring and then you can't find it, but you can feel it? It's like the spider web that gets on your face, and it's like, oh my gosh. Somebody get that off of my face. It is tickling. Oops. This last part of the month is very, very busy. Mostly busiest for Wes, not so much for me. So let's go ahead and put this in. And then, perfect. And then, dun, 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 dun. I'm going to do green dot. So I'm going to mark power bill. Green dot for payday. So green will just mark all of the things that have to do with money. I only mark the power bill because it is the only one that's not on direct deposit that I have to remember to do. So it's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal. Now, up here where I don't have anything, we could fill this in and make it cutesy patootsy. I'm just doing 4 random pink dots in each box. 3 turquoise, 5 of the yellow, 5, 3, 4. Easy peasy. I mean, it really is a simple layout. Days there. And then for dinner ideas, meal ideas, I am going to be filming because I am alone this week. That sounds bad. I am going to be filming a meal plan for 1. So stay tuned for that. I think it's really hard to do meal prepping and planning for 2, let alone doing it for 1. So it's going to be a challenge, but I think you're going to really enjoy the video. So stay tuned for that. Meals. So I'm going to do 15 ideas. That doesn't mean I'm going to make these meals, but these are going to be ideas. Burger sliders. Oh, that was the other caveat with the meal prep for 1, is not to have a ton of leftovers, because a lot of times I will find that I will make something, but then I have leftovers for the week, like the entire week, every single day. And there are some foods that I can eat every single day and not get tired of them for a really long time, but the majority of things I don't like to eat more than maybe 2 or maybe 3 times a week. So I'm not, yeah. But with burger sliders, you can make the burgers in advance and freeze them, which is nice because then if you want a burger, all you have to do is pull it out of the freezer, pull the bun out of the freezer, and you've got yourself a slider. So I love that idea for 1. Spaghetti. I know what you're thinking. You're like, April, I have never seen anybody make spaghetti for 1. The secret to this is buy a small can of diced tomatoes. Put them in a pot to simmer. Put all the wonderful seasonings, oregano, garlic, onion powder, all the things, oregano, bay leaves, what else? Basil, rosemary. Put all of it in there so that it simmers away. And the chunks of tomato, keep them chunk, put them in the blender, whichever way you want to do it. I keep them chunky. And then I only make enough spaghetti noodles for that meal. So you don't have a whole bunch of leftover. You have that 1 meal. You could double it if you wanted to have lunch the next day. If you like spaghetti leftovers, I, for one, that's one of the meals that I could eat every day. Spaghetti and lasagna and manicotti and fettuccine alfredo. So but I can't eat fettuccine alfredo the next day because the sauce usually breaks apart. And then it's just really the texture of it. Nope. Hard pass. Anyway, so burger sliders, spaghetti, pot pies. These I would buy. I would not make these because I, 1, don't know how to make pie crust yet. But pot pies you can buy in a single pot pie. So that's going to be one of mine while Wes is gone that I have pot pies because I love them and he is not a fan of them. So I will be baking those but not actually concocting them. What else? Or something else I was thinking. Oh, Italian sub salad. That is another thing I can eat every day. So you take salami, pepperoni, any other like Italian style meat, cut it up, chop it up really, really fine, and then add it with pepperoncinis, olives, any kind of cheese. I usually just do mozzarella cheese. And I cheat and use the mozzarella cheese sticks because then I can use those as snacks later too. And then put a little bit of lettuce, of course, lots of lettuce, a little bit of spinach, cucumbers. I'm salivating, whatever else you want in there. And then you just put Italian dressing over top all of it. And you can either eat it just as a salad as it is, or you can put it on a hoagie roll and eat it as a sandwich. Both ways are epic, but it's like 2 meals in 1. Because if you make enough of the salad, you can have the hoagie for lunch and then the salad for dinner or vice versa. I love that. I also know I have some kimchi in the fridge. That is definitely not a one person meal. However, kimchi is a fermented product, so it will last months in the fridge, or if you have the crock that you put the weight on, it'll last quite some time. I love kimchi and rice. I love kimchi and ramen. Ooh, that's the other thing, ramen. Kimchi ramen with a hard-boiled egg and shrimp. Get right out of town. Like, yes, every day. Today and every day. So that is a good one. What else? I feel like I'm trying to think of things I have in the freezer. Oh, shrimp wontons. It is easier to make a giant batch of these and then freeze them so that you can just pull them out as you need them. So if you have, an hour or so on a weekend that you don't have anything else going on, make up some shrimp wontons and throw them in the freezer. You could do burger and sausage, or you could do fish. You can put anything in a wonton. You can make it vegetable and just use all the wonderful veggies. Those are good too. Shrimp wontons, I absolutely love those. They go in well with soups or broths. They go in well with ramen. So those things that you're getting anyway that are a single serving, like ramen noodles, you can jazz those up and make them a really powerful protein-packed meal. But doing all the prep work ahead of time will make it just so much easier. So meal prepping the kimchi and the shrimp wontons, and then the sliders the burger for the sliders, all of that stuff comes in handy. And then I was also going to say, for the Italian sub salad, if you did that, use as much as you can from the deli. That way you can just say, I want 1/4 pound of this, or 1/8 pound of this, or I need 9 slices of this. That way you're not purchasing anything that you're not going to be using. I need to start doing that with just the two of us. Just the two of us. Because I always buy more, and then right now our freezer is jam-packed. If I put anything else in it, I think Wes is probably not going to be happy with me. Who am I kidding? That's not true. He won't care. But I do need to start using things out of the freezer. The shrimp that are in there now, I can cook those, make the wontons, and then pop those back in, and they're a meal that's ready to go. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. I feel like I'm just chatting. So this is what it looks like so far. And I know we are well into the month of June. I just wanted to give you the example of the Dutch door idea, having your calendar up here, having your goals and meal plan always in view. And these are interchangeable. So if you don't want to see your meals or your meal ideas, put something else in that column. It could be household chores that you want to get done for the month. And if goals aren't something that you want to have in this layout, put something else in there. Maybe important games, important events, important meetings, important appointments. Those can be highlighted in this section here. That way, regardless of what day it is, they're coming up. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this layout, if you'll try it, and if you're going to try the daily on the bottom, or if you're going to split this up into a weekly layout and have it horizontal to go with the rows. I'm very interested to find out what you think. I hope you have an amazing day. Thanks for popping in. I love you, and I will see you down in the comments. All right, bye.